What's up, everybody? I hope you all are having a fantastic day. And this is kind of a video that I wasn't planning on making today, but considering what happened, I think it's a good time to address this problem. Uh, and that is basically what happens when you get caught while doing urban exploration. And a lot of people have a lot of fear of police officers, and this is also even like when people get pulled over for like speeding. They're if you ask them, like what happened, um, a lot of times they're gonna say they were very afraid and they're very nervous around the officers, and this doesn't, and the reason for it is basically because they don't know and they don't understand police officers. And you know police officers are humans, just like you and me. Sometimes they're having a bad day, sometimes they're having a good day, um, but their job is basically more or less to enforce the law. Now when you're going to go urban exploring, or you're thinking about starting urban exploring, um, do know that you are doing something illegal. Now the question might arise, well, if it's illegal, why am I not being arrested for posting a YouTube video of it? You're basically providing evidence that you're committing a crime. Why are we not gonna like be arrested for that? And the short answer is basically you can, and some people do come into legal trouble from it. I believe Mosardi had some legal trouble with it a while ago. I haven't, um, too much, not for posting videos, but for sometimes getting caught. But basically the short answer is you can come into legal trouble from it. You can be fined for it. Um, these houses and places are on somebody else's property, and basically what you're doing is you're trespassing. And now trespassing as a charge in and itself is kind of a you know it's kind of like being caught not wearing your seatbelt. It's not a terribly huge charge. um, in fact, it's so minute that a lot of times, as was today, the police officers were just like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do it. I have had an instance where I was caught on a property that was actually a few weeks back. I haven't posted video yet, but the security guard was basically like, don't ever come here again, and he didn't even ID me, or the person I was with. So the short answer of that is cops can do something about it, but it's not financially worth it for them. They're not going to get a whole lot of money on hitting you with a trespassing charge. So a lot of times they don't. Now, with that said, you do not want to escalate the situation. If you go into a house and you're breaking stuff or you're stealing stuff, those are separate charges, which can make it more appealing to them to pursue that charge. So basically, if you go into a house or an old asylum and you're breaking stuff and you're setting shit on fire and you're doing this, that, and the other thing, if you're going in there and you're intoxicated or on drugs or something like that, those are separate charges, which once they pile up, it can become um, very worth it to kind of pursue that in court. Now, um, basically, in my situation, um, they pulled me over because I was walking down the highway at 12 o'clock at night. Um, it's kind of a suspicious thing to be doing now. Um, so they basically did kind of the routine thing. They asked for my ID. I gave it to them, and pretty much when when they ran my ID, the dispatch came back and they were like, yeah, he's good. He doesn't have any warrants or anything like that. And they said he has a concealed carry permit, which shows up on your ID. Now, I told him, because as soon as it read that back, I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I have a gun on me. So um, they're like, okay, that's not a big problem. Where is it? I told them where it is, and they told me to put my hands on the car, and they secured it. And basically, what that is basically doing, and some cops might do it, some cops might not. It's kind of at the discretion of the officer. Um, there are some stories where the cops will actually take the gun completely apart, and empty the magazines into an envelope, seal it, and then give that all back to you when they're ready to take off. Um, he didn't do that. Um, he cleared the gun, and he was in possession for it. Once they kind of knew what I was doing and what I was out doing, you know, he was like, okay, well, just don't go onto the property, and, you know, that was basically it. He pretty much was like, if you go onto the property, people can call about it, and then you'll be dealing with us. And, I already know this. I've already kind of accepted the fact that police run-ins are contributed with urban exploring and all that. I'm just seeing what my time's at. Anyway, I kind of want to make this video short and sweet. Urban exploring is illegal. You have to kind of accept that fact. And the police officers are out there, um, putting bad guys behind bars, pretty much where they belong. They're out there to enforce the law. And so there are some things they can take, into consideration, and there are some things that they can charge you for, but they won't. But there are also some things that they have to charge you for. So, for instance, if I had a warrant out, they would have to arrest me for that. Now, if I was out there trespassing, they wouldn't. They'd probably just be like, get off the property. They could inform the landowner that, hey, we caught somebody on your property. What do you want to do about it? If they want to press charges, they can. Most of the time, though, it's simple stuff. What are you doing? They want to make sure they know what you're doing, and that that they're in the area. So anyway, guys, and I don't know if this video is gonna be kind of good for you guys. Cops are really nothing to fear, and they're out there doing their job, and you have to understand kind of their point of view as well. And I think a good idea for this video would be to link I will have links to two channels. They are Donut Operator and they are Officer 401. I do subscribe to them, and they give insight of kind of the workings of the police officers and all that. So they're probably watching their videos is probably more educational than this one. But I do want to just kind of put it out there that, guys, police officers are nothing to fear. If you're respectful to them, they're going to be respectful to you. If if they pull up and you start doing one of these, I'm filming you, it's just it's gonna do two things. They're gonna, pretty much lose respect for you, because you're invading their space and you're being obnoxious, and two, you're just gonna look like an ass, and so if you're respectful of them, basically put yourself in their shoes. You wouldn't want somebody sticking a camera in your face and, you know, acting like you're gonna expose some big conspiracy. Um, you know, just be respectful, and 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have a very, I wouldn't say pleasant, but a very decent experience with police officers. But anyway, I'm gonna link their channels down, and you can kind of do your own research, guys. And I'm gonna show you the video I shot, the a little bit of the video I shot there. But like I said, guys, cops are no problem. Just be respectful and know your rights. They couldn't stop me from filming. They did stop me from going onto the property, but that's because I don't want to be a dick and actually get arrested. But anyway, guys, you all have an excellent day, and I hope you enjoy this little bit of video. Peace. What's up, guys? So this is kind of the house that we were gonna explore, but kind of unfortunately, well, I'll show you a little bit more of the house. That's the house. So, looks pretty cool. It's abandoned. We haven't been there. But as I was walking down the highway, 3 police officers showed up, and let me just get the other light. So, like, 3 police officers showed up, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, just taking pictures of houses and whatnot. And I mean, they were professional, but since they're in the area, and I'm not gonna go in, but I figured I'd just show you guys kind of the house. And they were very professional, though. I'm not against law enforcement at all, but we're not gonna go on the property now. But since I'm on the pavement, they can't really say anything about it. And they were really not like against it, like how dare you, but they were kind of just like, hey, that's illegal, you probably shouldn't do it. If you do it, we're probably gonna get called, which they probably will. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys the house and let you guys see it. But unfortunately, this is as far as we're gonna go. So peace, guys.